The Conservative Party has engaged in so much unethical behavior towards Brad Trost that it really displays the contempt the CPC elites have for conservative values. Brad is a man of integrity and principles, and the Conservative Party has done nothing but attempt to destroy him with sinister actions. Brad Trost ran a great campaign in the Conservative Party leadership race, finishing 4th out of 14 candidates. When Andrew Scheer first took stage as leader at the House of Commons, Brad Trost was thrown to the backbench, while the Liberal Michael Chong was given the front bench. Soon after the leadership race, every CPC member received a letter in the mail from the National Firearms Association, which caused a stir because the list was clearly leaked and the only person with complete access to the NFA and the motive to hand out the list was Fred Delory. And the reason being is because Delory was the conservative that was the registered lobbyist to the NFA and was Aaron O'Toole's campaign manager during the leadership race. And what gives even more veracity to the allegations is that the NFA gave Aaron O'Toole the highest grade in the leadership, even though a more credible and substantially better Canadian firearms organization called the Canadian Coalition for Firearms already made a grade system that was completely objective, giving the proper grades, and the NFA even went as far as smearing Maxime Bernier, who received the highest grade, as status quo on firearms, which we all know is a complete farce. Later on, the Conservative Party came forward with accusations that the Brad Trost campaign leaked the list to the NFA and fined him for the $50,000, which was the amount of his compliance deposit for his leadership campaign. And Brad Trost fought back and was very quickly squashed by the court. Brad Trost even claimed that it was retaliation for how well he did in the leadership race because he championed social conservative views, and it was apparent that his campaign was given a salted list. Here is a quote from Brad Trost on the matter. "I want my fellow MPs to win in the next election, but I want our Conservative Party to be run with the highest ethical standards, because if we're going to criticize the Liberals for corruption and anti-democratic behavior, we have to be purer than the pure about it." Again, Brad would find himself in trouble with Andrew Scheer and the Conservative Party elite for not voting for the Paris Agreement motion, which supports billions of Canadian taxpayers' dollars to be given to the United Nations to be redistributed to other nations to fight climate change. After Brad Trost, along with other sitting Conservative MPs that wouldn't vote for the Paris Agreement or voted against it, Andrew Scheer and his Conservative Party forced nominations against big names in the Conservative Party, such as Kelly Leitch, who resigned over the situation, Cheryl Gallant, and Deepak O'Brien, who won their nomination, and Brad Trost, who lost his nomination to Cory Tokar, who was handpicked by his buddy Andrew Scheer and the other CPC elites. Here is a video of Cory Tokar claiming that the reason is because Brad is too polarizing of a figure to be in the CPC, which is a classic CPC elite talking point.
Brad is rightfully or wrongfully a polarizing figure. And I believe, after talking to members and the public, is that we need still a principled voice, but a fresh start in how we represent Saskatoon and Ottawa.
Finally, as of February 11th, 2019, nearly 2 years after being accused of leaking the membership list to the NFA, the Conservative Party were forced to stand down because, according to the statement from the party's organizing committee, there was insufficient evidence to conclude that the Trost campaign was the source of its leak. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell.